Good morning. My name is Ume Samara Renze. I'm the CEO of S Class Reality Consult. Please, if you find our videos interesting, help us to share to your friends and families. This morning, we want to give a step-to-step guide on how to obtain certified true copy (CTC) of any misplaced document in AGIS. Now, we'll start with the receipt. For instance, if you are paid for C of O, or you paid for acknowledgement, or you pay for ground rent, and you misplaced your original receipt from AGIS. Now, this is what you need to do. You need to make a police affidavit, a police extract from police station reporting the lost document. Then you go to court and make an affidavit that you have misplaced this and social document. Then you will make a publication in one dailies. When you have done all these, you will write an application to the Director of Land that you are applying for CTC of your receipt. Then you attach all these documents that we have mentioned earlier and you submit in AGIS. Now, when the approval is gotten for a receipt, when the approval is gotten, they will communicate to you and then you will pay 5,000 naira and a CTC of that document will be given to you. Now, for you to get CTC of that document, you must, if it is received, you must prove also ownership of that property. For instance, if you have not registered a power of attorney, you must bring the power of attorney between you and the facility, or the proof that you are the owner of that receipt. That is for receipt. For instance, if you misplace acknowledgement letter of any document in FCD, let's say the RFO. Now, this is the requirements that need to be done. We make publication in one dailies. Then also you make you go to police and get a police extract. Then you also go to court and swear an affidavit that you lost the acknowledgement. Now, who has the right to apply for certified true copy of acknowledgement? Only the person who is the first allotee or the person who has a registered interest on the property. This is the only two persons that can apply for certified true copy of RFO in AGIS. So if you have done all this that we have said, you will write an application. If you are the first allotee, you write an application that you misplaced your acknowledgement letter and you apply for a CTC and you submit it in AGIS. And when the application is approved, they will call you and you will pay 50,000 naira to AGIS and they will give you a certified true copy of the acknowledgement. Now, if you misplaced your RFO, then you have to go through the same process, going to police extract. You do also affidavit that you misplaced so document. Then you also write an application to collect the certified true copy of the RFO. Now, if you are the first allotee, that is the only way you can do that, or you've gotten the document before and you have registered your interest. Now, if you are not any of this person, you have not registered your interest and you're not the first allotee, that means you must get to the first allotee to give you authority to collect the certified true copy when it is out. And there are rigorous processes that you need to go through. The first allotee must also provide you his or her passport photograph and also provide you a means of ID, valid means of ID, either driving license or voter's card or international passport. And also the person must attach a copy of his NIN. For all these things that we have said, before they can give you any of these documents, you must bring the valid ID card of the first allotee or the person who has registered her interest. For instance, if you misplace the RFO and the person has registered his or her interest, you get the person you write an application to AGIS, to Director of Land, that you are applying for CTC, and you do the publications and whatever. When it comes out, they will give you an indemnity form that the person who is applying for this RFO CTC will sign for AGIS, and that person will attach his or her passport. And when it is ready for RFO, you will pay 250,000 naira to AGIS. When you pay 250,000 naira to AGIS, and you have the authority to collect the CTC of RFO, when it's out, you will call and you go to RFO and you collect it. Now, if you misplace your CFO, you will go through the same rigorous process. But on this one, you must come along with the RFO when you are coming to apply for CTC of the CFO. You cannot apply for CTC of CFO without presenting the RFO. You must first of all have the RFO before you can apply for CTC of CFO. And if you misplace the RFO and the CTC, that means you have to first of all apply for this the CTC of the RFO. When it is out, then you can now apply for the CTC of the CFO. You cannot apply for the two of them concurrently. No, one have to go after the other. And if the CFO and the person has not registered his interest, that means is the first authority that's applying, then you can write readings with your name and what have you. But if you have bought the document already and you misplace it, that means, and you have not registered your interest, that means you must have to get the first allotee to apply for the CTC of this lost document for you on your behalf. And then the person will give you authority to collect it, and you give you his international passport that is valid. He also gives you his NIN that is valid for you to be able to collect the CTC when it is out. For each time you get the approval, this is what they will give you to copy. Is it either the RFO or the acknowledgement? This is an approval letter that they will give you. And on this approval letter, you will see the money that you need, how much you need to pay for any of the other RFO or CFO we communicated. For RFO, you can see it will be stated that you are required to pay 250,000 naira. For CFO, it will be indicated that you are required to pay 500,000 naira. And also, all the affidavits that you need to do are supposed to come from High Court with the passport of the owner showing. Thank you.